Oh, no. It's a code red. Code red, baby. Okay. We're late. Let's roll.
I'm Zoe.
DJ. Let's go. Harish. Up and at 'em.
And this is Paul.
Morning, Dave.
Morning, Paul.
We turned our two families into one.
All right, rise and shine.
Wake up, Ella, or this video goes on your Instagram in 3, 2.
Dad, no. Touch me, lose a finger.
Good morning to you, too.
Ta-da!
Luna, strong choice. Suggestion, take off one thing.
Solid advice. Ow, dryer's broke again.
How did you get down here so fast?
Laundry chute.
Let's go.
We're not a cult.
But we're weird. We're one of a kind all the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I really feel like there were a few extra children in there.
I didn't recognize some of them. We're the Bakers.
Can we say this movie is a kind of a reimagining of the Sean Levy movie?
It's completely a reimagining. And I don't know if I'm fortunately or unfortunately, I am not familiar with the 2003 version. I purposely didn't watch it as we were starting this, but one of my sister's favorite movies was the 1950 version. So I have seen that probably 1,000 times. So that was sort of my reference point. So how it differs is that we are blended in every way that you can imagine. We each were previously married to other people and had kids with those folks. We have to co-parent with 2 additional adults. Then we had 2 sets of twins. How do you manage that all? But we have different levels of ability, races, cultures, all represented. So that's very different than the other families that have occupied the cheaper by the dozen universe. So we wanted to update it, make it current. When you're making content for a global audience, which everyone is now, rarely does that content reflect the actual global audience, which is very diverse. So we wanted to bring it up to speed, make it current, and welcome more families in, and show that every family, no matter the configuration, who all is involved, what it looks like, blended, not blended, chosen family, everyone is welcome, and you will see somebody that you can relate to, where you kind of feel like you're seeing yourself reflected adequately and accurately on screen, finally.
Your character, Zoe, has a lot of problems to manage with an upscale lifestyle that on one side gives her a wonderful house with a swimming pool and luxury, but on the other side takes away her husband from her life, and it is an experience that she had already lived in the past. Mm-hmm. So we can say that one of the many morals of this movie is that luxury and money sometimes don't always have to be happy and make an happier family.
I absolutely agree with you, because as the great poet Biggie Smalls once said, "More money, more problems." And it's true. And when you have a multiracial, multicultural family, upward mobility doesn't always feel very welcoming to your family. So when you have more money, moving to certain communities that are devoid of all diversity and variety of folks is probably not the best move. So how do you balance what's best for your kids, like your particular set of kids, versus your ambition and what you think they deserve? And what your kids deserve at the end of the day is peace, love, acceptance, and compassion.
So, man, congratulations for dancing, popping, locking, and moonwalk. I laughed so much in that scene. How much time did you spend learning that steps?
A long time. We had 2 weeks of rehearsal, and then even before that, I had this hip hop coach that would come over my house, and she'd crank music, and we'd dance all around my garage. And even though I'm not supposed to be great, it took a long time to make me look even that decent.
What was it like working on set with all these kids and teens?
It was tough, the younger ones are just all over the place. They're children, they want to play and they want to wrestle and they want to, Gabby and I really had to wrangle them because all their parents and guardians, left the set when it was time to film. So Gabby at least is a mom, so she could help be the bad cop. I was the good cop.
Paul Baker, your character is ambitious, generous, but makes a very big mistake, in my opinion. He thinks that the large family he lives with has the same ambition as he does. But a lesson that this movie offers is that sometimes you have to compromise and take a step back with yourself to make the other you love feel good in the same time. Do you agree?
Well, I think, you know, the heightened reality of having 10 children is something that I think helps everyone be able to relate, because they might have 1, 2, 3 children maybe, and I think everyone is in that position, is trying to balance their work life, being a good parent, spending time with their children versus their own ambition. And you know, the movie in a comedic way says, let's take that to the extreme. Imagine a guy trying to follow his dream and run a business, and he has 10 kids. So I think that's why a lot of people will be able to relate to it.
So last question is talking about the previous version of Sean Levy. The movies are very different, as we say, but it's inevitable for the viewer to make a comparison between you and Steve Martin. Did you feel the weight of comparison a little bit when you decided to be part of this cast? This
No,
movie?
there's no comparison. He is a living legend, comic god. I'm just a guy who got hired to be in a movie. He's one of my heroes. So I didn't even watch those movies. I was too old for them when they came out. And then when it was time to do this movie, I said, I can't have Steve Martin in my head. I'll be too neurotic. So I still have yet to see them.
Thank you very much, Zach.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
How did you approach about the making of this movie?
It's a reimagining of the story to really reflect what families look like now and how the American concept of family is really changing. So that was exciting to get to be part of that.
This is a movie that teaches how it is necessary to find a balance between work, personal ambitions, and the needs of family, large or small, it doesn't matter. Do you think it is one of the problems of the families in our days today, the hard ability to find the right balances between the work and the family needs?
Yes, I think absolutely. I think so many of us fall into the trap of thinking we need more success, more money, bigger career, bigger house. And I think what this movie tells us, and I think the reality is that kids want more of us, more of our time, more of our love. And so I hope this movie really shows that story.